Hello everyone, welcome back to Salesforce Textbook. In this video, we'll be using DataRaptor Extract Actions in integration procedure. So, the DataRaptor Extract action calls the specific DataRaptor extract to read data from Salesforce and return it to the integration procedure. Like the integration procedures orchestrate multiple actions and DataRaptor handles specific tasks like extracting data from Salesforce objects or loading or updating data back. So it reduces the development time and simplifies the data retrieval and updates, especially for related objects with defined relationships. This simplify the data extraction, transformation, and loading, improve performance, and enhance reusability while supporting complex relationships and external integrations. So here is a preview like creating an integration procedure to use DataRaptor extract action. And we will be using this integration procedure as data source for a FlexCard to display data. So now let us create practically an integration procedure in our Salesforce org. So after clicking on new, provide the information about the integration procedure like in the procedure configuration. Yeah, I'll be giving it as IP example 2. Provide the type and subtype. This represents the integration procedure details. While we are using it, it will be used to define. After providing the information like type and subtype, click on Save. Only after clicking on Save, this integration procedure will be created and we can able to drag and drop the groups and actions. So now once it is created, we can see this action structure wishing to build under structure for this integration procedure. So let us drag these actions like DataRaptor extract action available under the action. So we can name the element name. So for now, we will be make it as same name, and for the interface type, select the DataRaptor extract, which is available in the DataRaptor extract. So I'll be searching one of the DataRaptor extract with account contact opportunity. Okay, once we click on here, it will redirect to DataRaptor extract that we selected. So in this DataRaptor extract, we have retrieving all the accounts, contacts, and opportunity based on the account ID like key and value. Like we will be giving this account variable and provide a value as account ID. So we'll be getting all the information of this account and contacts and opportunities. So let us implement this here in the integration procedure. So here in the data wrapper extract action, we have this add input parameters. So we need to add these parameters as a key and value. As if you see here, we have this account variable as a filter value. So just copy this account variable as filter value, and for the value, just copy the account ID and provide it here in the data source. Make sure you are provided in the double quoted, sorry. So copy the account ID and paste it here in double quoted. Now we can see this. We are provided the filter value like key and value. Now let us see the preview. So we are not getting any kind of response here. So, but we have this section like errors and debug, but we have this, the values are provide displaying, but not here in the response. So we can differentiate like select like debug logs and also actions like, so this is the extraction action data raptor, but we are not getting here in the response for this integration procedure. This is because we use multiple actions and groups here in the integration procedure. So we need to define the response, what kind of response. When it comes to data raptor, we have structured way like we will be providing the values as it is defined properly, but here when it's integration procedure we need to define what kind of response we would like to give as we use multiple actions. So select this response action. So we need to define this response action like what kind of response that we would like to get it. So in the response action under send response transformation, provide the element name like Like if we click on this DataRaptor extract action, just copy the element name available here. So I will be copying this element name and paste it here in the send JSON path. So we need to, in the response action, we need to use the send response transformation. So now let us click on preview and see the response. So now execute. Now we can see that we are getting the response. So this is because in the integration procedure, we may use multiple actions in a single server call. So we need to define what kind of response that you would like to give. And so now we can see that after providing the key value as input parameters with this data extract action, we'll be passing the element name and value as a response as a data source to pass the information in the integration procedure. So in this way, we use the integration procedures as a data extract action. So since this is a hard-coded way, we are providing the value directly here in the key value format. So also once it is created, we need to activate this version. Like so, when it comes to DataRaptor, we don't have any kind of options to save, save or create a versions. But here in the integration procedures, we need to activate the version to make it work in other platforms. So now this integration procedure will be activated once we click on this activation. So now let us create another integration procedure. Now we can see once activated, it will be showing the activation. Click on new to create a new example. So provide the information about the example like IP example 3. So provide the type and subtype that represents our integration procedure. So we'll be providing with this name only while selecting the integration procedures. So name it wisely. I'll be giving that opportunities for data table as we have an example. So click on save. So if we won't drag and drop any kind of actions and groups once it is saved. So we can also provide a description like IP as data source. So now we can able to drag and drop. So let us drag these actions, data extract action, and select the interface type. So now we see this flex card. So if you see this flex card, we have used the data source as SQL query previously, and we have modified with another data source. But now let us modify the SQL query to integration procedure. So since this is activated, so firstly we'll be modifying this flex card. So firstly select the interface as data wrapper interface as get closed one opportunities. We can also select and redirect to extract. So we see this is the data wrapper extract where account ID is not equal to null and stage name is equals to closed one. So we'll be getting all the opportunities records under the account whose opportunity stage name is closed one. So we'll be displaying this information here using data raptor and integration procedure as a data source. So for this information, we'll be selecting these data raptors by modifying here in the integration procedure. So since we selected the interface, so let us click on execute. We won't get the response, but when it comes to the debug response, full response, we'll be getting all the information under this data raptor action. If you scroll down, so under the action, we can see the information. So to display information, we need to display the response action. So under response action, we need to pass the element name. Like here, we'll be copying this element name, data after extract action, and paste it here. So now, if I click on preview, now we will be getting the response. So once we are getting the response, then we can say that this integration procedures can be providing the response. So let us click on save and activate the current version. So once it is activated, we can use it in a FlexCard as a data source. So since it is activated, let us refresh this FlexCard since integration procedure is created in the background. Now, since this FlexCard is activated, if you want to modify, we need to deactivate it. So you see this is a SQL query which we previously created. So firstly, let us deactivate this FlexCard. So now under data source, scroll down to data source from SQL query to integration procedure. And for the interface type name, select the opportunities underscore data table as we gave it as type and subtype information. Select opportunities underscore data table. So whenever we are modifying the data source, click on save and fetch so that the data will be displayed in the that can be updated in the FlexCard. Every time we modify, we need to save and fetch it. So now let us modify the columns and for the opportunity name, just select the opportunity name. For the amount, select the amount, opportunity amount and stage name to opportunity stage, order, close date to close date. So this is the values which we gave in the DataRaptor extract. So now we are getting the information response properly. So let us click on the activate so that this FlexCard will be ready to serve in the app pages. So we have updated the data source from SQL query to integration procedure by calling the DataRaptor here in the integration procedure. So by using DataRaptor extract and using extract to display in the integration procedure, like as a DataRaptor extract action, we have updated the FlexCard data source to integration procedure. So in the OmniStudio examples, we scroll down to our example. So you can see the data source with the data source as the integration procedure, we are able to get the data. Here are some of the references for DataRaptor extract for integration procedure. Thank you. Please subscribe to Salesforce Textbook.